Slow down. Slow down the pace. Slow down the pace.
Mami kau buat doa tu lah. Yo kisah kedalan lang na kape.
Al-Shabaab terror group is majorly using improvised explosive devices against AMISOM and Somalia security forces. It is for this reason that Francis Ndiema Kiboro, the head of AMISOM Police Training Unit, is leading a group of bomber experts in training the Somalia security forces on how to detect and dispose of IEDs.
And so far we are doing well as a country, as individual police officers, discharging the mandate as given and as provided.
However, there is a challenge in the recruitment exercise targeting local Somalis.
You cannot do policing in vacuum. You do policing with members of the community. But because of this asymmetric security challenge, the choice weapon be IEDs. That interaction is limited.
Before the 2021 takeover by Somalia federal government, there ought to be at least 32,000 police officers in the entire country to maintain law and order. There are currently 10,000 local officers, with 22,000 needed before the 2021 December 31st drawdown.
Yeah. Abar.
The current AMISOM police unit is made up of 3 components that include the senior leadership team of 7 commanders, 233 individual experts, and 5 front police units, each having 160 officers, which makes a total of 1,040 officers. Kenya, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Zambia, and Ghana are the 6 police contributing countries.
But we are trying our possible best. You need a lot of financial resources. Capacity building is not only limited to training. You have to put structures on ground. You need patrol vehicles. You need police stations. You need to equip those police stations. You have to talk of welfare of those officers you have recruited. A lot of things goes into capacity building. And these resources are not readily available in Somalia. Somalia is a country coming out of conflict. They don't have their own financial resources. They depend on donors. And you have to convince donors and partners to put down money for these things.
The AMISOM police force was previously headed by Christine Alalo, who perished in the Boeing 737 MAX Ethiopian airline crash near Bole International Airport.
Whenever we are having our meetings, she's there with us, and I'm sure she's seeing over us whatever we do.
But there is one more essential infrastructure that AMISOM's military and police must complete before heading back home in 2021. The Kenya Defense Forces under AMISOM understands the importance of service delivery to the locals here, and for efficient service delivery there has to be such infrastructure. Now, such infrastructure will open up routes for easy movement of goods and people within and outside this particular area. Now, that will also be facilitated by efficient patrols by security forces.
The plan of the AMISOM is to open up this main supply route all the way up to Kismayu. It totals to a stretch of about 175 kilometers from Doble. It is key and it is strategic in that it will help the Somali authorities to establish themselves as we go towards the drawdown or the withdrawal of AMISOM in December 2021.
amasaadka ku qaadanaya ayadana way anfici doontaa labada jeer waxay leedahay muhiimadaas ay leedahay oo u baahanahay wadada in laga shaqeeyo aad baan ugu baahanahay in la balaariyo u baahanahay godadka in laga asaa u baahanahay wax qabad kale oo inta ka badan hadii lagu kordhin karana waa u baahanahay.
Residents of Doble are already enjoying the fruits of this sustained security and infrastructure development. Businessmen and women are trading freely on the streets of Doble. Business seems to be picking up after decades of violence.
Mambo iko sawa. Amani iko sawa.
With the imminent drawdown of AMISOM forces in 2021, businessmen and women here will be relying on the SNA and Juba state forces to guarantee them security in order for business to thrive here in Doble, Jubaland.
anagu hadana shacabka reer Jubaland inay Jubaland iyo KDF wada shaqeeyaan waan ku faraxsanahay inay si joogan baan jecelnahay.
Thank you.
Hii ni gani? Inaitwa aje hii?
But security, infrastructure and trade aren't sufficient enough. There must be political goodwill from the local administration. And that's where we are heading to. A 1-hour helicopter trip to the headquarters of Jubaland, Kismayu. Liberated by KDF from Al-Shabaab troops in 2012, the port city has been experiencing a steady growth, and the returning refugees are playing a major factor in moving this town forward.
Adarkaysan marka qaybaha kala duwan iyadoo loo sameeyay maamul Jubaland state leedahay oo maanta marxaladiisii labaad maraya xilli doorashada galaya. Waa mid shacabkooda ay garanayaan wiilashooda dhiigooda inuu khasaaro ku dhicin maanta faa'iidadu keenay la garan karay.
Madobe's 8-year reign will be tested during August 21st Jubaland state elections, with 75 parliamentary slots up for grabs. Whoever wins the presidential election is of great concern to both AMISOM and the federal state of Somalia, since he will be instrumental in facilitating the change of guard from AMISOM forces to local groups by the end of 2021. Boarding a fixed-wing aircraft from Kismayu to Mogadishu means that our flying time is reduced from 3 hours and 45 minutes to just 1 hour and a half. Upon landing at the Adel Abdullah International Airport, we head straight to meet Kenya's ambassador to Somalia, retired General Ambassador Lucas Tumbo, at his official residence in Mogadishu. Of greatest concern to the envoy is the thorny Somalia-Kenya maritime dispute. If handled carelessly, he says, could jeopardize the entire transition plan.
We continue to engage in that conversation with a view that we'll sit down and consider dialogue other than having the issue resolved by an international court of justice.
Whether both parties agree or disagree, AMISOM's mandate in Somalia ends in just 2 years' time. The Somali people will be required to fully be in charge of their vast country. They must prove to the world that they are ready and willing to continue with the rebuilding process after 3 decades of chaos, and hope that the threat from Al-Shabaab will be over and out. Seth Olale, NTV.